Look at two children sitting in the same classroom. They share the same textbooks, the same cracked pencils, and the same dreams. Neither of them has a penny to their name. But if you could peer into their futures, you would see two completely different worlds. 15 years later, one is drowning in debt, paralyzed by the fear of a ringing phone. The other has built an empire from nothing. Why does one life expand while the other shrinks? Most people will tell you it is luck. They will tell you the deck was stacked. But the truth is much quieter and far more haunting. The difference isn't in their bank accounts. It is in the invisible wiring of their minds. Becoming wealthy is not a financial game. It is a psychological one. Imagine Alex and Sam. They both lose their jobs on the same rainy Tuesday. Alex looks at the ceiling and feels like a victim of a cruel system. He blames the economy, his boss, and his bad luck. Sam feels the same sting of fear, but he asks a different question. He looks at the steering wheel of his life and realizes he is the only one driving. This is the first shift. Taking 100% responsibility. Most people spend their lives pointing fingers because it is easier than looking in the mirror. But wealth builders know that as long as you blame someone else, you are giving them power over your future. They choose to be the architects of their own rescue. Think about the last time something frustrated you. Maybe it was a long wait, a broken app, or a service that let you down. An average person complains. A wealth builder sees an opportunity. Wealth is simply the value you receive for solving someone else's problem. They don't chase money. They chase the things that bother people. When you become the person who fixes what is broken, the world will naturally move money into your hands. But there is a trap waiting for everyone who starts to succeed. Our brains are hardwired for instant gratification. When we get a little bit of money, we want to feel the dopamine hit of a new purchase. We want to look like we've made it. But the secret of those who go from zero to the top is that they value freedom more than status. They don't buy the newest phone or the luxury car with their first profit. They feed that money back into their vision. They aren't interested in looking rich. They are obsessed with being free. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, are you trying to impress people who don't even care about you, or are you building a foundation for the person you want to become? When things go wrong, and they will, most people see failure as a stop sign. They feel ashamed. They feel like the world is telling them to quit. But for the person wired for wealth, failure is just data. It's a lesson dressed in a tragedy. They aren't afraid of failing, they are terrified of standing still. They see themselves as a startup that needs a daily update. They spend more time learning how the world works than they do watching entertainment. They know that knowledge is the only investment that no one can ever take away from you. They don't take wild, reckless gambles. They take calculated risks. They feel the same fear you do, but they have learned to walk through it. They see money not as a master to serve, but as a tool to use. If you believe money is evil, your mind will subconsciously push it away. But if you see it as a tool for a better life and a better world, you give yourself permission to win. The real game isn't happening in the stock market or in a boardroom. It is happening inside your head, right now. Before you can build a fortune, you have to build a person capable of holding it. Money is just a reflection of the growth you've already achieved within yourself. How many of these shifts have you already started to make? The path from zero to the top is open to anyone willing to change the way they see the world. Win the battle in your mind, and you will eventually win the world.